wide.
Hello everyone, I'm TG and I'm here to talk to you guys about this amazing game, Aliens Fireteam Elite. Today I'm going to show you guys a technician build that I just love to use on Extreme and Insane, and it is all about getting your turret out and doing max damage. This build focuses on having the strongest turret that you possibly can, killing the Xenos all the while buffing you throughout the match. As always, I'm going to be showing you guys my perk grid as well as the weapons that I'm using, but I'm going to leave out the attachments and scopes because that's all up to you and what feels best to you. So let's dive right in. Now, the first thing we're going to start with is, of course, the sentry turret. So for those of you who don't know, sentry turret is you deploy a turret directly in front of you and it automatically fires at enemies, and you can pick it up and redeploy it. So the first thing I'm going to attach to this thing is force multiplier 4. That's going to add 22% raw damage to the turret. Then I'm going to add force multiplier 3 for 18% and force multiplier 2 for 13%. That brings it to a total of 53% extra damage on your turret. Lastly, I'm going to be using the incinerator turret, which is going to cause your turret to be more durable and shoot a non-stop stream of fire. And to cap all that off, I'm using dynamic delivery systems, which causes your turret to fire 10% faster and deal 25% more damage to armor, which means altogether, if you're firing on an armored target, it's going to be an extra 78% damage. Now, moving on to cross-platform synergy. What this does is allies near your turret take 10% less damage, and when you're standing near it, it heals for 5% every second. What I'm going to be attaching to this is just one thing, hyperlocal logistics, which increases your turret health regen when you're near it, and your turret fires 10% faster when you're near, for a total of 20% increased speed if you're standing next to it. So where this build differs from last build is with charged coils. Your charged coils, you throw it at an enemy, you throw it at the floor, it's going to create a radius that slows enemies, and I'm only going to be attaching one thing to it this time. It's compatibility matrix. So every time you use charged coils, you deal 10% more damage, stacking up to 3 times. So when you have 3 charged coils out, you're doing 30% more damage. Next is a really important one. When you're playing Insane and Extreme, you really need to think about your perk synergy with your weapons. So I'm using Technician, Handgun Training, Expertise, and Mastery. This is going to increase my accuracy, weak point, fire rate, reload speed, range, and aim assist of handguns, all by 25%. And that's very important because our handgun is going to be our bread and butter. And to finish off our grid, we're using Scalable Machine Learning, which is going to increase your reload speed and stability by 10% every time your turret kills an enemy, stacking up to 5 times to a total of 50%, and Creative Pain Point Solutions, so you and your turret are dealing 10% more damage to slowed enemies. So that works with your charged coils for really a whole build of just great synergy that I find. Overall, everything just plays off each other, and it's just, well, it's just wonderful, and I really love it. It makes the Technician shine, and it's a class that I wasn't too big on at the beginning. So, looking at our weapons, I'm using the Type 78 burst pistol, and I'm telling you guys, this is the sleeper pistol of the game right here. And I think I said that about something else, but I changed my mind. This thing does so much damage. What it lacks in weak point damage, it makes up for in fire rate and raw regular damage. Of course, something that shines so very bright burns only half as long. You are going to run into some ammo issues with this gun if you're firing off too willy-nilly. If you're playing with a recon, which you probably should be if you're playing Insane and Extreme, it's not going to be that much of a problem. But if you don't have a recon, you got to be a little bit careful with your ammo management, because you can really plow through this thing's ammo reserves without even noticing it. It's so fast, it's so strong, but you got to just be a little bit careful. Lastly, I'm packing the Type 21 tactical shotgun, and this thing is sturdy all around. I love using it. It's pretty much great up and down the board. It's strong, good fire rate, decent reload, really stable, and it works at a mid-range, not just a short range. So it's great to have in your back pocket whenever the Xenos get too close. But honestly, you're not going to be using it too much because you're going to want to fall back on that Type 78 as much as you can, because as far as burst damage go, it's actually better. So you want to save this bad boy for armored targets and elites, of course. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the build. I hope you guys try it out yourself, and I hope it helps you out just a little bit. I've been using this in Extreme and Insane, and I'm telling you, it's my go-to tech build. I'm really having a lot of fun with it, and I hope you guys do too. So don't forget, if you love Aliens Fireteam Elite, stick around the channel for live streams and other builds down the road. And as always, I'm TG. If you like what you saw, you know what to do.